All right, let's start. I suppose let's start at a comfortable seat. Kind of getting sits bones grounded. Maybe you're up on a blanket a little bit or a bolster so that ideally, of course, your knees are beneath your hips. That helps them release a little bit as we sit and not pull so strongly on that lower back. Legs don't have to be crossed. They can be out in front, or maybe one is crossed, the other is straight. Just setting up in a way that mostly serves your lower back and your hips. Once you've got that bottom body situated, I'd invite you to lengthen through the torso to engage. It's your core, but doing so by gently pulling your belly button and your solar plexus, right where your ribs come together, pulling those in, even up and in a little bit. Lengthen through the neck and lift through the crown of your head. Roll the shoulders both back and down. Letting the shoulder blades slide down your back body. And if you haven't yet closed the eyes, I would definitely invite you to let them gentle close. If not closed, maybe to just kind of lose focus where you're not really looking at anything in particular. Having landed then here, almost like we're birds and we've just perched ourselves on a fence post, a tree branch, a power line. We've arrived. Begin to notice your breath this morning. And lengthen the inhale, lengthen the exhale. Breathing in a way that is purposeful. As you inhale, might you feel your body sink down a little bit? Those sits bones may be connected to the earth, or if you're staying with the analogy of a bird, you're connected to the tree branch. And your inhale just reminds you that you are connected. Your exhale then, there's a bit of a lift in the energy, even a lift in the body. Inhaling, it's as though you're grounding, connecting. Exhaling, you're lifting. If you're a bird, you know you can fly. That freedom of not weightlessness, but the freedom to go and to be and to soar. As you continue to breathe, whether you're grounded to the earth or you're grounded to the tree, I'd invite you to not only let your inhale connect you, but also draw from the earth or the tree, draw that energy up and into you at the same time you're sinking into it. And your exhale, of course, will take all that energy, all that is, and move it up. Maybe it goes out the crown of your head. Maybe it just moves out of the body, whether it's out of the shoulders. Inhaling, sinking down, drawing from what you're connected to. And exhaling to lift up and to release. In yoga, our breath is often referred to as our life force. And when we work with the breath, we're working with activating, even cultivating our life force. Exercises of the breath they're called pranayama. Just strengthening that life force. Just a few more breaths where you're inhaling, connecting, drawing from, and then exhaling to lift and release out. As I said that, what came to mind was me actually being the tree. That those roots connect way deep down into the earth, draw from the earth. And then, of course, the trunk and the branches reach up and extend out, giving this earth what it has, but also depending upon the earth for its nourishment. That process of giving and receiving. With the next inhale, might you bring your hands to heart center and feel the palms connect, your fingers connect. Maybe you can feel heat from one hand to the other or coolness. And then tuck that thumb, well, it's two thumbs, tuck those thumbs right in at the heart. If you'd like, your chin bows towards your chest. prayer pose, an opportunity to set an intention, or just that symbol. We're here connecting mind and body. And inhale, we'll draw our thumbs to our forehead, the spot right between our eyebrows. And exhale, we'll bring our hands back to our heart. Take a breath in. Use your exhale to drop your hands down. It's your lap, your knees. And let's tuck our chins down all the way down to our chest. And just for a couple breaths, feel the head as it hangs heavy, the shoulders soft so that the neck can lengthen. You could connect with that breath and stay with the intention of inhaling to connect to and draw from, exhaling to rise up and release out. To receive from and to give back to. Wherever your arms and hands are out, let's bring them out beside us, palms facing forward. And those shoulders can wiggle back. With an inhale, you'll allow the arms to lift towards the sky, the head at least to neutral, but maybe even the throat open. Exhaling, let your palms turn down. As your arms float down, your chin tucks down. Inhaling to lift up. Open your throat if that's okay with the neck. Exhaling, arms float down, chin tucks down. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, float down. Keep going, remembering the intention of that breath. And it is the opposite of what the body is doing. So while your arms are lifting, your energy, your systems are sinking down, connecting, drum, and then your arms lower. Your energy rises, releases out. Couple more breaths. Next time your arms are down, allow them to stay down. Your chin will be tucked down to your chest. And just relax those shoulders. Inhaling, the head will come to the center. Roll your shoulders up towards your ears, back and down, and your arms are out and down beside you. You're just going to inhale that right arm up towards the ceiling. Your left one is on the earth. Take a gentle bend to the left. Inhaling to come back to the center. Let your exhale bring your right arm down. Inhale to lift the left one up. Exhale, it's a gentle bend to the right. Inhale to come back to the middle. Exhale, left arm is down. Inhale, right arm is up. Exhale, gentle bend to the left. Inhale, up. Exhale, bring that right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. And exhale, bend to the right. Good, let's flow with it. Inhaling both arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, left arm is down and you bend to the left. Inhale, both arms to the ceiling. Exhale, right one's down for a bend to the right. One more time, each side. Good. Your inhale will bring both arms up. Exhale, bring them both out to the side, just so you're a giant T. And then roll your palms forward, roll them towards the ceiling, and just feel how that it moves your arm bones and your shoulder sockets, maybe even helps your shoulders move back away from your ears a little. Good. Roll your palms all the way down to the floor, and then try to roll them so that they're facing like the wall or whatever's behind you. Good. Then pull your shoulder blades together on your back body, right? Like you're trying to, it's not really stick your chest out, but lift your chest up. Good. Palms back to the ceiling. Bring your arms into L's or goal pose. And then check them out. Make sure that the arms are like pointed, the forearms pointed straight up towards the ceiling. Awesome. Pull your shoulder blades back. And then let's do the rotation again of the arm bones. So our goalposts go down and we try to keep the elbows up. Nice. Then our hands or our forearms come up back to our goalposts. And bring them back down. Try to keep those elbows level with the shoulders. And back up. We'll do one more time, just moving down. And then lifting up to goal pose. Extend your arms overhead, make them a giant Y with your arms. Well, it's your palms facing each other. Yep, just rotate those arm bones so palms they're towards each other. Roll the shoulders back and down. Good, and then slide those arms back to goal pose, palms forward. Lift them back up to your Y. Let's bring them together so they're just parallel. Shoulders back and down, belly's in. This might be a lot on the lower back actually. Our shoulders are tight. Good, back to your Y and down to goal pose. Nice, out to a giant T and then let your arms float down. Roll the shoulders up towards the ears, roll them back, roll them down, shake them out, whatever you need to do. Good. I'm guessing our butts, our seats need to move, at least our legs. Let's bring our hands back behind us, our knees out in front, and just let our knees windshield wiper a bit from side to side. Like we're releasing the hips, the lower back, because we've been sitting for a long while. Good. Why don't we come down to our forearms? Do the same thing. You're just releasing. And we'll make it all the way down to our back bodies. So when you're ready to come all the way down, just bring it all the way. Lower back is connected with your earth, your knees. We want to keep our knees bent. And just letting those knees, maybe they're tick-tocking or maybe they're windshield wipering. But letting that body know that we hear it, its needs. We honor it with releasing from having been sitting. And notice what's happening in your shoulders. We're going to stretch our arms out like a giant T. Let our knees pause in the middle and shift a bit to the right so that you can let your knees drop down and over towards the left. And you just created, it's a spinal twist, is what you just did for yourself. Good. Let's bring that right arm up towards the ceiling. And it helps you just roll all the way over onto your left side, right? And you've got your left arm straight out in front of you with that right arm towards the ceiling. It's straight up out of the shoulder socket. It's that place where there's no effort to hold it up. And you might just want to twist it a little back and forth, checking out range of motion. Good. And then you're going to let that straight arm come down and land on top of the other. All right. So with an inhale, let that arm lift to the ceiling. Exhale, you're going to let it open up back behind you, like back towards that T. Inhaling to lift up. Exhaling, let it close on top of the other. Inhaling, lift up. Exhaling, out and open like giant T. Inhaling to lift to the ceiling. Exhaling, let it close on top of the other. Again, inhale to the ceiling. Exhale, let it fall out and open. Bend the elbow if you want. We're going to stay here for a couple breaths. And you might remember that ah breath where we inhale through the nose and we exhale out the mouth, even choosing to add like our vocal cords into an ah. Inhaling through the mouth. Couple breaths that just facilitates the relaxation response here. Letting those shoulders relax, letting that chest open. Good. Next inhale, let's lift that arm back to the ceiling. It'll roll us back to the side body. Bend your elbow, weave it behind your back. See if you can even tuck those fingers underneath your torso. And then we're taking our top leg, bringing it back behind us first, just so that we can slowly roll to the back body, that arm tucked underneath us. And you're just going to hang out here, that arm tucked, the knees. I suppose if you want the legs straight and the lower back is okay with that, that's certainly an option. Otherwise, the knees just stay bent. Nice big breaths to let those shoulders relax. Remember your breath, connecting to and drawing from this earth. Your exhale lifting you up and releasing back out into the earth. Good. If your knees are not bent, bend them. We're rolling back onto that left side. Just so we can unweave the arm, let it drop back out like towards a giant T. So again, it's your spinal twist. To come to your back body, let your top knee move towards the middle first, followed by your bottom knee. and just meet. We're on our back bodies, knees bent, arms out like a giant T. Our hips then shifting towards the left so we can drop our knees to the right. And finding your twist. And your knees are likely like they're up off the ground. That's totally cool. No need to even try to push them towards the earth. Just landing where we land. Next inhale, you're bringing your left arm up to the ceiling and letting your body roll all the way to that right side. Once you're there, that arm straight up to the ceiling, it's that place where there's no effort. So if you want to find rotation of the arm bone, checking out the mobility or the degrees of freedom. Slick, then we're going to let that straight arm stay straight, but fall down on top of the other. And inhale, we'll lift it to the ceiling. The exhale, we'll let it fall out, back to that T, open heart. Inhale, arm to the ceiling. Exhale, drop it down on top of the other. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale, drop it out, open heart. Inhale to the ceiling. Exhale, it drops on top of the other. Inhaling to the ceiling. This time you're dropping out, open heart. Maybe choosing that inhale through the mouth. And the exhale out the mouth. Just so that you can soften or relax into this place where the shoulders are allowing the openness of the heart. One more breath. Next inhale is going to bring your arm back to the ceiling. It rolls you back to the side body. Top arm bends so that you can weave that left hand behind the back, maybe even tuck it underneath your side body that's on the bottom. Top foot reaches back so you can help yourself gently roll to your back body with that arm tucked. It's tucked underneath you. And then maybe your legs straighten. And your intention is to soften into this, that left shoulder in particular, lots of softness. Remembering the breath, always remembering the breath. No doubt, most of us will take a few breaths and then we'll forget that that's what we're paying attention to. And all of a sudden we'll be thinking, who knows what? And we'll catch ourselves and remember the breath. Good. If your legs are straight, let's bend them. Bringing our knees over, and I have to shift my hips again to the left so that my knees can fall to the right. Roll ourselves back over. Unweave that arm, but let it just drop out and open like the giant T. So you're back in your twist. And I wonder this morning, as your bottom hip is pressed into the mat, I just wonder if there's sensation, almost like the ground might be acting a bit like a massage, pushing into muscles that could be tight. Good to come to your back body. Let your top knee be the lead. When you get to the back, you might need to shift the hips, get yourself back, kind of lined up, still arms out and open, a giant T. Engage your belly, pull the belly button, solar plexus in, and lift your knees up so that they're at a 90-degree angle. Your calves will be at a 90-degree angle of your thighs and thighs of your torso. Awesome. We're gonna let our legs then, staying in this 90-degree angle, fall all the way over, nice and slowly, controlled, all the way over to the left. Good. Your knees are going to come back to the middle, and my top one leads just to support the lower back, not yank on it. Knees back to the middle in that 90 degrees, all the way over to the right. Good. Top knee leads, but bring them back to the middle. Your core is engaged this whole time. Inhale here. Exhale, let the knees drop to the left. Inhale, top knee leads, but both come back to the middle. Exhale, they drop to the right. Inhale, top knee leads, they're back to the middle. Exhale to the left. Inhale, top knee leads, they're to the middle. And one more time to the right. Good. Inhale, top knee leads, you're to the middle. You're at this 90 degrees where core is having to work. Let's take the right toes down, tap the earth, bring the knee back 90 degrees. Left toes come down, they tap the earth, your knee stays bent, back to the middle. Good, inhale. Exhale, right knee down, tap the toes. Inhale, knee to the middle. Exhale, left knee down, toes tap. Inhale, middle. Exhale, right toes. Inhale, middle. Exhale, left toes. Inhale, middle. One more time each side, right toes, middle, and left toes. Middle. Good. Tuck your knees in towards your chest, hands to your knees. You can release the core. Pull those knees in towards the chest so your lower back connects like crazy to the earth. Maybe you rock a little or circle the knees. Awesome. Let's rock front to back then. And come up to our butts, and from our butts, just roll around or kick the feet around, however you get to all fours. And once you're on all fours, you're just making sure that knees are under hips, hands are under our shoulders, your fingers spread. Your hands, of course, are your little suction cup on this earth. Crown of the head reaching forward. Take a breath in. Use your exhale, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin, arch your back. Inhaling, tailbone lifts, throw collarbone opens for your cow. Exhale, back to your cat. Inhale, forward to your cow. Two more times, back and forth. It'll be an inhale that brings your spine back to neutral. Tuck our toes. Take a breath in. With an exhale, lift yourself up and back to your down dog. And I would invite you to let the feet pedal. Let the back of the legs lengthen. Remember though, as you do, those hips stay up and they stay back so that your spine stays neutral. A nice big breaths probably. Upside down. First time I ever landed in down dog. It was actually my first experience in my whole life of appreciating my body. The strength to be upside down. The flexibility to be upside down. And also this opportunity for me anyways, it was like to see myself from upside down. Maybe on and off your toes a couple of times. We're gonna meet in forward fold. So when you're ready, your hands either walk back or your feet walk forward. And we're not in a hurry. We're gonna stay in forward fold for several breaths. So take your time, get there when you get there. When you get there though, remember that the knees wanna bend so that the belly is resting on the thighs. Just giving that lower back the acknowledgement that this is a lot, and giving it the option to try to straighten the legs. If your belly comes off your thighs though, it means that your hamstrings aren't actually long enough to straighten the legs without pulling on the back. Chin is in. Those shoulders, you want them soft. And maybe it is that your arms just hang, but maybe you grab opposite elbows or you weave the fingers together and let the hands just rest on the base of the head. Whatever expression of this forward fold serves you today. And again, you're upside down. Upside down on purpose. Next inhale, we'll slide ourselves halfway up, hands either to the shins, maybe to the thighs. But we want to roll the shoulders back, reach forward with the crown of the head, and make sure that we pull our bellies in. Good. Walk your hands up your thighs all the way up so you unhinge your hips. And once you're up, those shoulders can roll back, your arms shake out even. Nice. Separate your feet. Let's make them about as wide as our mat. And your hands might come to your hips. You just want to start circling the hips. Let those thigh bones move around in your hip sockets. And you could go really slow, you could go fast, you could stay pretty upright, or you could hinge at the hips. Almost like you're playing with it, exploring what these hips might need today. Nice. Take another circle or two in that direction, and then you'll change the direction of your circle, of course. Nice. Couple more circles. We'll meet in the middle, our torsos upright, heel toeing our feet so that they're underneath our hips. And then let's roll to our tippy toes. And whether you keep your hands on your hips or you keep your hands alongside your torso at heart, it doesn't matter a bit. I would invite you to find somewhere out on the ground in front of you to focus your attention in order to help you balance. But you're on those tippy toes, imagining that your heels are as high as can be. Awesome. Balancing, oh, such fun. Good, stay on those tippy toes a little bit longer. A breath in and a breath out to slowly roll down through the balls of our feet, down to the heels. Lift your arches, grip the earth with your toes. Maybe you need to separate your toes, like spread them out a little bit. Mine are all like curly and close together. Yours might not be. Pull your belly in, roll the shoulders back, and then bring your arms down and out beside you. Awesome. Inhale, let your feet connect with this earth. Draw from the earth. Exhale, feel your energy lift up out the crown of your head like you're giving back to this earth. Inhaling to root down, receive from the earth. Exhale, lift up and give back. With an inhale, we'll lift our arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips, find your forward fold. Tuck your chin all the way in. Inhale, come halfway up. It's a flat back. Exhale to fold. Bend your knees. We either need to walk our hands forward, maybe step our feet back, however we're going to get to a plank, high or low. Nice job. Either place, your core, solar plexus, belly button is tucked up and in. If you're in high plank, before you come down, remember, shift your weight forward, but we'll all use an exhale to bend those elbows, lower to our earth. Untuck our toes, push the tops of our feet into our mat. Roll the shoulders back and down, hug the elbows in. Then inhale, lift the chest so you can come to cobra. Good, push through the hands either to the knees or to the toes. You're back at your plank. Up and back to your down dog with an exhale. Nice big breaths. Inhaling, you can bring your feet forward or your hands back. Meet in forward fold. Tuck that chin in. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms out like wings. Inhale to come all the way up, arms up. Exhale, palms together. Bring them down to heart. Inhale to lift back up all the way to the ceiling. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge the hips all the way down to the earth, forward fold. Inhale halfway, it's a flat back. Exhale, fold, bend your knees, your hands either come forward or your feet step back. We meet at plank, high or low. Nice job. Breath in, breath out, lower to your earth. Untuck your toes, press the tops of your feet down, roll the shoulders back and down, hug the elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Pushing up and back to your down dog. Take a big breath. And then walk those hands back or feet forward. Meet in forward fold. Inhale halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms out like wings all the way up. Exhale, hands together, down to heart. Inhale to lift up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhaling to find your plank. Exhaling to the earth. Inhaling to cobra. Exhaling to down dog. A big breath. Inhale to get to your forward fold. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold, stay here. Feel the breath. We're headed back to a down dog. So hands forward or feet back. The hips high, the hips back. And it's not so important to have your legs straight here. What's way more important is that your hips are high and back and that your spine gets to be in its neutral position. Sometimes when we straighten the leg, it almost creates like a cat spine. We don't want that. We want neutral. All right, so we're headed to a warrior one. You might drop the knees, bring the right foot forward, tuck the back toes, lift up, turn it and plant it in order to get to warrior one. Or you might just bring the right foot all the way forward, turn the back foot, plant it, but you're coming up and letting those hips try to shift so that they're square with the front of your mat. And the back foot, very often the back foot needs to be more at like a 45-degree angle than parallel with your mat. Awesome. If you want the arms up, bring them up. Drop the shoulders down. Peek at your front knee. Make sure it tracks in line with your toes. Let's inhale. And exhale, shift it to a warrior two. Adjust that back foot as needed. Beautiful. You're super strong, you're balanced, because if you looked down at your feet are at least front heel in line with, I do middle of my foot or even back heel or wider so that they would be hip distance apart still. Inhale. With your exhale, bring your back arm forward. Shift that back foot if needed so you can inhale back to your warrior one. Take a breath in and then exhale, hinge at the hips, bring those hands all the way down, roll to the toes of your back foot. You've got your high lunge. I wonder if we want to twist here. If you want to twist here, you can either drop the knee or keep it up, but bring the right hand to the knee and let those shoulders twist to the right. Maybe right arm even lifts to the ceiling. Otherwise, you're hanging out high lunge, lots of strength, back leg. Inhale, exhale to twist, plant that hand. Our back knee can drop if we wish, but we need to bring front foot back. And we're moving back to down dog. Hips high, hips back. Moving to warrior one with a left foot forward. Safest transition for your body is what you're choosing. Yep. Eventually we meet with arms up, if that's okay with the shoulders. And those hips square with the front of our mat, our front knee tracking front toes. Nice job. Take your breath in. Use your exhale transition, warrior two. Belly's in, shoulders back and down. I love when people, they talk about warrior two as far as like reading into it or the symbolism, and that your front hand is like your future. And that's where your gaze is. You're looking towards the future. That back hand is your past, and there's no attention given. Good. Breath in, breath out, bring the back arm forward. Inhale to come back to warrior one with those arms. Breath in, breath out will bring you all the way down, toes of the back foot, high lunge. Choosing whether or not you wish to add that twist. If so, it's just left hand to the knee, maybe shoulders stacked, arm up, whatever you want to do. Back knee could even be down. Breath in, breath out is gonna bring you back so you're at high lunge. We need to bring our front foot back. We're meeting in down dog. Hips high, hips back. And we're gonna do the same sequence again, but we're gonna add warrior three to it this time. So when you're ready, it's an inhale to get the right foot forward. You'll turn your back foot planted. Inhale to warrior one. Good. And remember, your feet are hip distance apart. We need our balance here. And that helps keep our knees safe as well. Breath in, breath out, go to warrior two. Roll those shoulders back, gaze over those front fingers. Breath in, breath out, brings back arm forward. Inhale to warrior one. This time, come to your tippy toes of that back foot. Hinge at your hips a little, hop that back foot forward, and see what happens if you try to lift that back foot up and bring your entire torso parallel with the earth. If that's too much on shoulders, bring hands to the heart or hips. Good, take a breath in. Exhale to drop that back foot down. Bring your torso back up so you're at warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, you're hinging at the hips, bringing everything down, hands down, toes of the back foot. If you want to add your twist, it's right hand to the right knee, shoulders to the right. Take a breath in. Exhale, untwist. Hands are planted, maybe knees drop, but front foot is back. We're at down dog. Next inhale, left foot is forward. Back foot turns to plant so you can make your way up. Yep, then you're all the way up, warrior one. Nice job. Breath in, breath out, shift it, warrior two. Check out the front knee, then gaze over those front fingers. Breath in, breath out, brings back arm forward. Inhale to lift up, warrior one. Shift your weight forward, tippy toes of the back foot, hop it forward until you can lift it up. And your torso is parallel, you're hovering over this earth. Inhale, exhale those back toes down, it's warrior one. Breath in and breath out to bring your torso all the way down, toes of the back foot. If you want to twist, left hand to the left knee, exhale to twist to the left. Exhale to untwist. And then inhale that front foot back, come back to down dog. Breath in and breath out to drop those knees. Slide your butt back towards your heels. Find your child's pose. We're all done. Nice work. Using this body, using the breath, focusing the mind. And learning that we can direct our awareness, our consciousness. And maybe your arms are helping push your butt back towards your heels, or maybe you've chosen to wrap the arms around the legs or tuck them in between them so that the shoulders get to be soft. One more breath. Bringing the arms forward if they're not. Using an inhale to come up to tabletop. Crawl forward on your mat so you can swing the feet to the side or roll over your knees. We'll meet on our butts. The knees out in front of us, bent. Come down to your forearms. And just like we started with, let's let our knees gently windshield wiper or tick-tock from side to side. And let that ground push into the muscles across the back of our hips. From the forearms all the way down to the back body. Your knees still, just tick-tocking. And go slow, you can go faster. Let your shoulders be soft as you do this. Your face be soft. Good. We'll gently bring the knees in towards our torsos. The hands to the knees so that we can hug in. And it's up to you whether you rock, whether you circle the knees, whether you reach for the feet. No matter what you do, I would certainly encourage you to keep the connection of the lower back. If there's additional releases that you know your body is fond of, Go there too. Maybe it's wind reliever. You know, you're preparing to stretch out for Shavasana. So whatever that looks like, your blanket, the sunlight shining right on you. Just finding that sweet spot when you're ready. And what a sweet spot it is. Maybe this is the only time in your day that you purposely relax in this way. For some, it's the only time we choose to do nothing. We might have these rules in our head about being productive. And so this time is, it's sweet. Make sure that the shoulders are able to be soft. That the face is able to be soft. Of course, your belly, your back body, your butt. And again, you've arrived here. Maybe like the bird who lands on the tree. Maybe like the tree that's roots are woven into the soil. Allow yourself to soften into this. There's a quote by Victoria Erickson that says, soften. Soften into the world around you. Allow the air and the earth to heal, revive, rejuvenate, and reawaken. Remember how wildness always holds you close, strong, consistent, slow and steady, rocks you in sense and sights and rhythms, is always there to ground us, is always soothing and knowing and simple and ready. As you soften the earth or whatever you're softening into, it doesn't have to be the earth. Whatever you release and relax into is ready to hold you, to heal you. Let yourself sink in and receive from whatever it is that's got you right now. And let the exhale transmit that through you and release it from you. Inhaling to receive and exhaling to give back. Take just a couple more breaths. And then we want to wiggle our fingers and wiggle our toes, maybe even our ankles or our wrists. Just find some movement. Yeah, maybe you bend the knees, rock the knees or the hips a little. Eventually, you will find the side body. After a couple breaths on the side body, your hands and your arms can push you back to your seat if possible. Maybe your eyes stay closed. When you've got your seat, return to the breath, to that receiving and giving. And maybe for you, giving is easier than receiving, like in real life. Or maybe receiving is easier than giving. I don't know. But what might we know? The degree to which we can give is dependent upon the degree to which we can receive. But both parts are so, so important. With an inhale, bring your palms together, tuck those thumbs at the heart again. If you choose, your chin bows towards the chest. And closing, as we always do, by sharing the term Namaste, which simply means that the energy, the wholeness in me, it honors the energy or the wholeness in you. Namaste.